Hello everyone, this is Burns Hargis, President of Oklahoma State University, and welcome to another edition of Inside OSU. And this is a very special edition of Inside OSU because we have Ken Carter with us. That's Coach Ken Carter from movie fame. And he's here as the SGA's Martin Luther King Day speaker. And Coach Carter, welcome.
Well, thank you so very much,
We're
sir.
delighted to have you at Oklahoma State.
Thank you.
You spoke to our students, and you were mesmerizing and terrific. Why don't you give us a kind of capsule of what you told the students here at Oklahoma State?
Well, I wanted them to realize four things. There's four things I think in life that make us successful as people. You have to be accountable, you have to have integrity, you have to be a great follower before you can ever be a great leader, and you got to be a part of a team. And when you're a part of a team, you can almost endure anything in life.
Well, I mean, your story's pretty well known, and of course the movie was
Yes,
very popular with Samuel Jackson. I think you would have been better. You know, you're much better looking than Samuel Jackson. But you were at Richmond High.
Yes, sir.
And arguably the toughest place in the entire state of California.
Yes, sir.
And somehow you were able to bring kids who had never had any discipline in their lives into that team you just spoke of.
Yes, sir.
Talk about that journey.
Well, the journey started when I attended Richmond High School, like 25 years before then. I was a high school All-American in basketball and baseball, and I had a wonderful experience there at Richmond High School. So once I graduated and went away to college, came back and opened up my business, I would always send money to the school, but I never visited the campus. And when I actually stepped on the campus, I was embarrassed that that was my old school. I'm looking at it, I said, wow, this can't be Richmond High School. And my old coach just wanted to retire, and he said,
So it wasn't as tough when you were there.
no, it was tough, but you know, when you're in the battle, you don't see it as being tough.
Exactly.
You're just looking at, I have to get this done.
Yeah.
Period.
Now
Richmond High
you were
School-
looking through a different lens.
Yes, sir. And so now I'm looking, while I'm having these statistics, I'm looking at these statistics, and they're talking about Richmond High School, where 50% of the freshmen never ever graduate, and you are 80 times more likely to go to jail than you are to go to college. So now I'm faced with these obstacles, but I didn't look at them as obstacles. I looked at them as an opportunity to do better. And so when I showed up on campus, we had no basketballs, we had no nets, we had no towels, but that really didn't matter because the showers didn't work.
I understand.
And so the only problem that I could actually see were our kids looked like losers and they acted like losers. And I told them the losing stops today. My first day on the job, it stops today. And so I had that contract. I had each and every one of them sign that contract that they wanted to be on the team. And our best two players actually walked out of the gym. So I'm not signing your contract, period. You know, can't tell me what to do. I'm a star. I said, well, you need to star somewhere else, period.
So did it come together immediately?
Oh, no,
or
sir.
Was
No.
there a lot of bumps?
There was a lot of bumps and bruises along the way. And see, my goals are I tell people when you write your goals down, they're 10 times more likely to come true. And that's been proven throughout people's lives. And so I started with real modest goals, sir. My first goal was just to get the kids to their next class. So it was baby steps.
Not asking a lot.
Listen, and people really didn't understand. We had good athletes, but they were so undisciplined.
The movie.
Yes, sir.
Not very many of us have a Hollywood movie made after our lives. And everybody always wonders how much literary license do they take with these kinds of things. Tell us about that experience of the movie and how accurate it is and just that experience.
The movie actually is 98.5 correct. I was on the set every single day.
What's the 1.5% that's not?
Well, all of my plays are actually named after my 7 sisters. And so we had to add a 8th one because we had a 8 play we had to run. And Samuel Jackson is much taller than I am. But we played some schools, sir, that we actually beat by 30, 40 points. So we went on, didn't want to embarrass anyone. And some of the family names, you know, again, we didn't use the family's names because we didn't want to embarrass the family in a situation where a kid had did something and maybe the parents wasn't even aware of it. And then they see it in a movie and they go, wow.
But you were on the set every day.
Every single day.
Tell me what's happened to these kids that we saw in the movies.
Well, this is what happened to kids. I'm one of the few coaches in America where every kid I've ever coached have gone on to college. Every one of them, period. That's our goal. We write it down. And now once we start that vision with the family, there's not a parent in America don't want their kid to be successful. Now, all of these kids now have gone to college. A lot of them are coming back to the community, working within the community. Now, we still have a lot of problems in Richmond, but we're getting better one person at a time. And I tell people all the time, the great lockout, as we call it, the kids won, the school won, but most of all, the community won.
Today, of course, is a very historic day. It's
Yes.
the day of the inauguration of President Obama, first African-American president. It's really a remarkable thing. It's a great tribute to Martin Luther King and what he accomplished.
Yes.
From the perspective of a successful African-American who has worked his way through some difficult times to great respect by all. How do you feel today? What does this day mean to you?
Well, it was said before that Mr. Obama is a credit to his race, the human race. And a lot of people always say an African-American man is now president of the United States. But his mom, I understand, was Caucasian. So it takes everybody to be successful. And it just goes to show you, if you are kind and generous and approachable and knowledgeable and have a good education, there's no limits that can be put on you. You know?
I think that's a good place to end. I appreciate that very much. Ken, we really appreciate you coming to campus and sharing your wisdom with our students.
Thank you so very
and
much.
appearing here on Inside OSU. It's been a real pleasure for me, and I congratulate you on all you've accomplished and all you will accomplish in the future. Well, that's it for Inside OSU for now. We'll see you next time. Glad we had Ken Carter.
Thank you so very much.
You too. No, it's a great, and you know, they're still standing outside.